Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shefrianti. I'm from class 6B, and in this video I will explain the translation material. The first material is definition of translation. Newmark defines translation as the activity of rendering the meaning of a text in the source language or SL into the target language or TL in a way that accurately reflects the author's original intention. Main focus in the translation is not just words but in meaning. A good translation should consider cultural nuances, linguistic style, and context. Second material is translation process. Newmark divides the translation process into the three main stages. First is reading and comprehensions. The translator reads and understands the source text, including its cultural context and purpose. Second is transferring the meaning from the source language into the framework of the target language. Last is restructuring, rewriting the meaning in the target language using natural structure and style. Translation is not a mechanical process but a cognitive and interpretive one that requires reasoning and linguistic awareness. Third material is language function. Newmark draws from Roman Jacobson and Halliday's theory of language functions, categorizing them into expressive function, conveys the author's feelings and thoughts, for example, poetry and personal essays. Informative function delivers facts, data, or objective information, for example, in scientific reports. Vocative function aims to influence the reader's or listener's behavior, for example, advertisement and speeches. This function influences the translation strategy. For instance, expressive text should maintain style while informative text require accuracy. Next material is text categories and text types. Newmark classifies texts based on their dominant functions, namely expressive text, focus on linguistic style and aesthetic. Informative text prioritize factual content and data accuracy. Vocative text aim at persuasion or instruction. The text type influence the translation approach. For example, vocative text require cultural adaptation to be effective. Next material is the unit of translation and discourse analysis. Unit of translation not limited to words or sentences, but can be phrases, clauses, or even entire paragraphs depending on context. Discourse analysis helps the translator understand textual structure and cohesion between parts of the text. The goal is to maintain textual coherence and unity, especially in long texts such as articles and novels. The next is translation ideology. Newmark describes two main ideologies in translation. Source-oriented aims to preserve as much of the SL structure, style, and culture as possible, suitable for literary or legal text. Target-oriented adapts the text to meet the norms, culture, and expectation of the target audience, suitable for advertisement of or popular text. Ideological choices determine the translation method and strategy. Next material is translation method. Newmark outlines eight main translation methods. Word-for-word translation, extremely literal, word-by-word, literal translation, preserves basic SL structure, faithful translation. Stay true to the original meaning with slight flexibility. Semantic translation, similar to faithful, but more culturally sensitive. Adaptation, very free translation, recreating the message in the TL culture. Free translation conveys the message freely, not bound to the SL structure. Idiomatic translation uses natural idioms in the target language. Communicative translation ensures clarity and insight comprehension for the TL reader. The method chosen depends on the text type and target audience. And the last material is translation technique. Newmark presents various techniques used to resolve translation problems, including transference, borrowing words from the SL, for example, technical terms or names, naturalizations, adapting borrowed words to TL phonology or morphology, cultural equivalent, replacing SL cultural elements with TL cultural counterparts, functional equivalent, substituting terms based on function, not literal meaning, descriptive equivalent, explaining the meaning of the SL term in TL, synonym, using synonym when an exact equivalent is unavailable, through translation or calque, literal translation of SL expression, often is institutional terms, shift or transpositions, changing grammatical structure, for example, noun to verb, modulation, changing perspective or viewpoint during translation, compensation, making up for lost meaning in one part by adding in another, reduction and expansion, omitting or adding elements to ensure clarity, paraphrase, rewriting with different words when no equivalent exists, and the last is couplets, combining two techniques to solve one translation issue. I think that's all from me guys. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.